Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to play a 50-second round, why not, in New York City. If you remember, we opened these maps last week and did pretty well with a 3-minute limit. I think we can make it much faster, so actually let's give ourselves a minute, why not, and see how we do. Okay, by the waterways, so I'm guessing sort of Brooklyn or Queens. Bayfield and B68 Street. B68. I don't know what the B stands for. That's a little strange. I'll put a pin down here. Just see if we can see anything else. B68. B68 and Bayfield. And then what would be the next one? So my strategy here is just to go across a couple of streets and just see if we can get a few of them. So Alameda and Bayfield. I don't know exactly where we are, but we're not on Seaview. Oh no. Are we on Avenue U? No. Flatbush, Knapp, Oriental, Neptune, Bath, Shore Road. I'm just looking at everything. No. Okay, well, I'm sticking with my guess. It's a super complex coastline around here. So there we are. We were actually on... What is this island called? Arverne? Rockaway Park? Okay, Rockaway Park I've heard of. Okay, cool. Well, good to know. I mean, I've never been around here really in New York, so who knows? But I guess one lesson we could have learned is I should have taken on board is that the water I was looking at was to the north actually, which would have put us either here or kind of in North Queens, I guess. So that's something to look for next time. Okay, cool. Okay, well, this is certainly Manhattan, and we're in a park, which is kind of good because they're a little rare actually in New York. So we should be able to get this pretty much without moving. So East 15th Street, and is that 2nd Avenue? So 2nd Avenue and East 15th. So 2nd is on the right side here. 15th is here, and what are we? We're looking southwest, down 2nd Avenue, aren't we? So we're kind of in the middle there, I guess. Are we in the middle of these parks, or not quite? A little closer to 15th actually. So that's about there. So that's Stuyvesant Square Park. Nice. Well, that's the address right there. It's 50 Franklin Street, I guess. So the names are the named streets in Manhattan are kind of in the south. And what are we looking at there? That's a huge building. I think it's like something down here, the Federal Building or something like that. It kind of looks federal, doesn't it? Let's just go to the end of the street. So we were on Franklin and Lafayette. So we just have to look. So here's Lafayette and Franklin there. So we were kind of just up here on Franklin Street. But what were we looking at? The New York County Criminal Court, I think. That big building behind the trees now. Yeah, that makes sense because we're looking over the park, and this is the Collect Pond Park. So the civil court will then be this building on the left. Very good. Okay, well, we're by a kind of a freeway junction. Liberty Church. So how are we going to find this out? Let's see if we can go down here. And okay, that's a billboard, not a sign. Let's just see if we can get up here and onto the freeway. That's probably going to be the easiest, right? So East 278. Which one is the 278 is here? It's the Queens and Bronx. And then there's an exit for 3rd Avenue. So I think 3rd is kind of, I don't think that's not 3rd in Manhattan. 278. I'm just going to put a pin on it quickly, but where is third? It's not here. I think I've lost it, haven't I? I'm going to say it's here, Williamsburg. Oh no, disaster. It was way down here. Okay, let me get this straight. So in Brooklyn, there are avenues in Brooklyn. They go from number 1 in the west, I guess. Yeah. 2, 3 is kind of under the Belt Parkway, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and so on and so forth. So that's something to remember. If you see avenues and you're obviously not in Manhattan, go for Brooklyn because that's most likely. And then we started by this little park, we joined the freeway here, and we were looking at an exit onto the 3rd Avenue. So, okay, good to know. You see, the quicker time limit really forces you to sort of get after it. So that's helpful. So look, we're back in New York. Obviously we're in New York. The whole game is in New York. Hudson Street. I meant to say we're back in Manhattan. Hudson and Barrow. I don't recognize those names. The Hudson River is obviously on the west. Here's Barrow Street. And Hudson. Okay, great. What were we actually on? We were actually on Hudson, weren't we? And I think we started off down there, which is north of us, so we were a little south, so I guess we were there. Great. Oh no, we were a block away. I went the wrong way. Whoops. Oh well. Game finished, well done. 17,188 points. That's pretty good. That's more of a challenge, you see, when we have a quicker time limit. We nailed the ones in Manhattan, but it's clear that the ones, anything outside of Manhattan is much harder. Manhattan follows this very logical structure, apart from a few of the named roads down south. So it's quite easy to navigate your way around there quickly. But certainly things, around these islands will throw you, around this water actually, because, it's quite complicated there. You can be looking north from Bergen Avenue here and see water, or looking north from this one here, Bayfield Avenue, and also see water and still not know which one you're on, So anyway, look, great lessons to learn. Thank you very much for playing with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.